Hello students, myself K.M. Rupnavar and I am teaching you CHP 4101 Physical Chemistry. Now we will see the photochemical reactions. In previous lectures we have seen reaction kinetics of various types of reactions. So the photochemical reactions are the reactions in which the reaction is initiated by the absorption of photon. There are various examples of photochemical reactions as absorption, emission, fluorescence, phosphorescence, excimer emission and so on. See, first example is of a photochemical reaction is photochemical decomposition of HI. So HI get reduced into H2 plus I2. So twice HI absorbs photon and there is a formation of H2 and I2. This is one example. Another example is here, photochemical combination of H2 and Cl2 to form HCl. So see how HCl is formed. H2 plus Cl2 in the presence of light, it forms twice HCl or two molecules of HCl. This is a combination type of reaction. So, two basic laws of photochemistry are used to study photochemical reaction. First law is Grotthuss-Draper law. This law states that only those radiations which are absorbed by the reacting species are effective in producing chemical change. That means we need a quantum efficiency. The amount of luminescent photon divided by amount of absorbed photons. Then second law of photochemical equivalence is, or second law of the photochemistry is law of photochemical equivalence. This law states that each light absorbing molecule in a photochemical reaction absorbs only one quanta of light which causes the activation. Means one molecule absorbs one photon or one quanta, and due to that there is a activation occurs from ground state to the highest excited state. For example, hydrogen and chlorine reaction. This reaction is very much influenced by oxygen, and the reactions which are influenced by oxygen, we can see the reaction kinetics of these reactions. See, the mechanism of this reaction is explained in two ways. Combination of hydrogen and chlorine in the absence of oxygen. This is the first. Means hydrogen and chlorine are combined to form HCl in the absence of oxygen. Then second type is combination of hydrogen and chlorine in the presence of oxygen. These are the two ways, but we will see reaction kinetics for this first chain mechanism, combination of hydrogen and chlorine in the absence of oxygen. So see mechanism 1, in the absence of oxygen. When a mixture of H2 and Cl2 is exposed to light in the region of chlorine spectrum, chlorine molecule dissociates into atoms. Means Cl2 gives twice Cl. This is a dissociation of the chlorine molecule. Cl2 get dissociated into Cl plus Cl, that means twice Cl. So we will see the mechanism. So see, the chain reaction occurs by three steps: initiation, propagation and the chain termination. So initiation means the chlorine atom which absorbs photon and it will get dissociate into twice Cl atoms, and the rate constant is for this reaction is K1. Then propagation. Now the reaction is started. Here we have two chlorine atoms. This chlorine atom is useful for further reaction of propagation. So chlorine plus H2, it gives HCl plus H. So H2 get homolytically fission and one hydrogen combines with Cl to form HCl and second hydrogen remains as it is. Then this hydrogen which is formed in B reaction, it is useful in reaction C. So in system number of chlorine atoms are there. This hydrogen combines with this chlorine atoms. So HCl plus Cl is the formation, and this forms Cl again used in next step. This is a chain termination in which the reaction is stopped. So Cl which collides with the wall of the container, that's why its activity get decreased and rate is K4, and there is a formation of half Cl2 molecule. So this is the reaction for combination of hydrogen and chlorine in the absence of oxygen to give HCl. So this is our reaction, and now we will see the rates for each type of reaction. Before that, we have to find out the intermediates in this reactions. So already I have told you how to find out intermediates in the reactions, how to identify intermediate in the reaction. So see, intermediate is the species which is formed in one step, it is utilized in next step. So in at least two steps the species will be present, then and then we can say this is the intermediate species. So see, here is the Cl which is formed in first step, which is utilized in second step, then again in third step it is going to form, then here it is going to utilize. So Cl is one of the species which is a intermediate. Next, see, hydrogen is the next species. Hydrogen, then in third step it is utilized. So hydrogen is again present in the two steps, and HCl is our product. So here only two intermediates are there, Cl and hydrogen, and HCl is the product. So see, we have to find out the rate of change of concentration of intermediate with respect to time, and then according to steady state approximation consider its concentration is nearly equal to 0. Then same as a Cl, you can apply the steady state approximation for hydrogen, and then mix the two equations of steady state approximations for Cl and hydrogen, and then find out concentration of HCl. So let's see how we will find out the concentration of the product. So see, initially we are going to write down the rate of formation of a product HCl with respect to change in time. So D into concentration of HCl divided by dt is equal to. So in the reaction, the HCl is forming in the propagation step only. So propagation step which I have shown you, we will see again. See, here we are going to see the rate of change of concentration of HCl. In the second step or B step, HCl is forming. So formation rate is positive. K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2. Again in third step, HCl is forming from H and Cl2. Therefore, plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. So this is the equation by which we will find out the rate of formation of a product. See, I have written here rate of change of concentration of HCl with respect to time is equal to K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. So this is equation number 1. The formation of chlorine atom is given by steps A and C, and the removal of chlorine atom is given by steps B and D, which is steps are A, B, C, D, which I have shown you. So in equation A and C, chlorine atom is formed, and in equation B and D, chlorine atom is decomposed or removed. So the net rate of formation of concentration of chlorine atoms is given by D into concentration of Cl divided by dt is equal to K1 into I absorption. So see why this is written dCl divided by dt is equal to K1 into I absorption. So I absorption represents the intensity of light which is absorbed by the species. So initially in the first reaction we have seen Cl2 plus H which gives twice Cl. That means the formation rate of chlorine depends upon the amount of incident light which is absorbed by the molecule of chlorine. That's why this equation is written D into concentration of Cl divided by dt is equal to K1 into I absorption. Then we will see the rate of change of concentration of chlorine atom with respect to change in time. So see dCl divided by dt is equal to K1 into concentration of Cl2 into concentration of I absorption minus K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2 minus K4 into concentration of Cl. This is our equation number 2, which is prepared from the steps A, B, C, D. In first step, the Cl is forming. In second step, Cl is going to decompose. In third step, Cl is forming. And in fourth step, Cl is decomposing. That's why the signs are respective to that. Then D into concentration of H divided by dt. This is our second intermediate. This one is our first intermediate. So for dH by dt, in second step it is going to form, and in third step hydrogen is going to decompose. That's why formation rate is positive, and it is formed from concentration of Cl and concentration of H2. Therefore, K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 minus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. This is our third equation. So, these are the rate of change of concentration of intermediate with respect to change in time. So, these are the intermediate. And according to steady state approximation, the rate of change of concentration of the intermediate is nearly equal to 0. So just put is equal to 0 and this is equal to 0 and rewrite the equation as below. So equation number 2 can be written as K1 into concentration of Cl2 into concentration of I absorbed minus K2 into concentration of Cl. Same equation is written as above, but only left side is removed. K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2 minus K4 into concentration of Cl and is equal to 0. This is our equation number 4. Same way we can rewrite this equation, only this part is equal to 0 here. And this one is our equation number 5. Now we have to add equation number 4 and 5. Just do addition, this term plus this one and is equal to 0. So we will get next equation as, okay, then this one is our equation number 4 and this is equation number 5. Just two equations are added and this one is our equation number 6. Here Two terms are same, plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. Here minus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. So plus and minus terms get cancelled. Next term is minus K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2. Here is the plus term, K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2. Minus and plus term get cancelled. So remaining terms are this one only. K1 into concentration of Cl2 into concentration of I absorbed minus K4 into concentration of Cl is nearly equal to 0. This one is our equation number 7. Now just transfer this minus part to the right side, and this one is our equation number 8. Now we have to neglect this concentration of Cl2 because rate is directly proportional to amount of energy absorbed or amount of photons absorbed, not the concentration of Cl2. That's why we can neglect this term here. K1 into concentration of Cl2 into concentration of I absorbed is equal to K4 into concentration of Cl. This is our equation. In this equation, the rate is directly proportional to incident light or the amount of photons absorbed, not depend on the concentration of Cl2. That's why Cl2 is neglected. Now the equation became K1 into concentration of I absorbed is equal to K4 into concentration of Cl. This is our equation number 9. Now we will find out the concentration of Cl. Just transfer this K4 to the left side. Now concentration of C is equal to K1 divided by K4 into concentration of I absorbed. This one is our equation number 10. From equation 5, the equation we have, which is formed by applying steady state approximation to the rate of change of concentration of the intermediate H with respect to change in time. This is our equation number 5, and from this equation just transfer negative part to the right side. The equation will become as K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 is equal to K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. Our equation is, as I am telling you, K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 minus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2 is equal to 0. This one is our equation number 5. Just minus part is shifted to the right side. That's why equation is like this. Now we have to find out the value of concentration of H. So you can transfer this K3 into concentration of Cl2 to the left side. So equation is as concentration of H is equal to K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 divided by K3 into concentration of Cl2. This is our equation number 11. Now just put this equation number 11 in equation number 1. The equation number 1 we have taken is dSCl divided by dt. So this is our equation number 1 we have seen. I will show you. See, this is our equation number 1. D into concentration of SCl divided by dt is equal to K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. This is our equation number 1, and now we are going to put the concentration of H here. See, dSCl divided by dt is equal to first term as it is K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K3 into concentration of H into concentration of Cl2. This is our equation number 1 I have taken here is equal to, this is same here, K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K3 as it is, just put value of H which we have calculated, K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 divided by K3 into concentration of Cl2. This is our value of concentration of H, and put this value as it is, concentration of Cl2 here. So K3 get cancelled and concentration of Cl2 get cancelled. So remaining term is K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2. Just rewrite here. So first term is equal to second term. And if the concentration of HCl is very greater than concentration of Cl2, that means product concentration is greater than the reactant concentration at time t is equal to T. Therefore, dHCl divided by dt is equal to, just you can put value of Cl which we have calculated as, concentration of Cl is equal to K1 by, concentration of Cl is equal to K1 by K4 into I absorb. Just put this value here. K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2 plus K2 into concentration of Cl into concentration of H2. Therefore, dHCl by dt as it is equal to, this is K2 into concentration of Cl, so K2 as it is here, and Cl is equal to K1 by K4 into concentration of I absorb, and concentration of H2 as it is. Same way you can put, instead of this Cl, the value concentration of Cl is equal to K1 by K4 into concentration of I absorbed. Sorry, here I absorbed. So we have the two terms are equal. Therefore, just write equation as, these are two terms. Therefore, 2 K1 K2 divided by K4 into concentration of I absorbed into concentration of H2. This is our final answer. Just by adding these two, we will get 2 into K1 K2 divided by K4 into I absorbed into concentration of H2. So, the light has no concentration. So, instead of concentration bracket, you can write this term as this way, I absorbed. So, this is our photochemical reaction for HCl formation.